Hello, sunshines. Welcome to Bunnyfish Crafts. It is the 2nd of July, which means it's time for my goals check-in. I'm super excited. I feel like I did pretty good in quarter 2. All right, so first up, we have Nikki's blanket. I finished that at the end of March, so that is super exciting. So 1 square in, yay! Socks for Mer, I have finished both pairs that I wanted to make. One of them right at the end of June, but I made the, what is it? An advent pattern from Alendria Knits. I'll put the name on the screen. And just a vanilla pair of Croy socks. But both pairs of those are finished. I finished the corner to corner blanket just on June 1st. So very recent finish. Big finish. Very proud of myself. Venna's mitts and thigh highs, they are going. I have been making progress. I have not slacked off just because I'm on summer break from school. My goal is 2 stripes a week during summer break, and that can be on either sock. So I've been doing pretty good on keeping those going. I do not yet have the mitts cast on, but those are much smaller and can be taken to school for school knitting for the first several stripes, and then they get long and unwieldy. So I'm not so concerned about starting those right now. I really want to get the thigh highs done because those are not as portable. Cecilia's present, the giant worm, is going along. It lives in my car. I work on it when I'm stopped at a really long train or when my kiddo is running into a store or something and I'm waiting for them. It's just nice to have a project that's just there. It's mostly just stockinette around and around. Every once in a while I throw in some stripes or reverse stockinette sections for some interest, but it's just, I don't know, it's going really well. I think I have a foot to go on it before I decrease for the other end, and it's basically knitting itself because I just work on it in little pockets and I don't really think about it. 361 scraps, minis, or skeins used up. I have 206 used up right now. So I'm in a pretty good place, more than halfway there. So yeah, I just have to keep making things that use up minis mostly, but you know, any full skein that I use up also, that counts. So I'm in a good place. Mara's present. She has finally decided what she wants. She wants a soft pink sweater. I have cast that on. I cast it on the 30th of June. And this is definitely going to be done this month, never mind this quarter. So look forward to seeing that finished in quarter 3. 12 inches on the linen stitch blanket. I have been working on it. I put on 4 3/4 inches in the past quarter, which takes me up to 5.5 inches put onto that blanket. So not quite halfway there, but not impossibly far off. Andrew's blanket, I have done some work on it. I'll put the pictures up. You'll be able to see it. I don't know exactly how much work I've done on it. Black and green leggings, I finished those in April. Very pleased with them. They're very cute. I did wear them to school once, but then it got too warm for wool leggings, even in my classroom, which is colder than other rooms. But I am very pleased with them. Very happy with how they turned out. Very proud of myself for finishing them because it was a lot of work. Would I make more wool leggings? I'm not saying it's an impossibility. I don't think it's practical for my current life. I don't need wool leggings because I don't spend a lot of time outside in the cold. But in future life, I would make them again. I would even make them in fingering weight again. Leslie socks. I have finished both of those pairs, one of them on the 30th of June. They were the Sirena socks. I worked so hard in the last 3 days of June to finish up the second sock because I just wanted to cross off that square during the Q2 update. And I did. And then the other socks were the Flawless Flower Bed socks by Alendria Knits. Karma's socks, what am I trying to say? DK weight socks. They wanted gray, calf length. They wanted thick boot socks. So I did that and I finished those at the beginning of May. 100 Hexies joined. I am more than halfway through that, but I am not going to count right now how much more I have to do. So I'm on track to finish that goal. Socks for Amanda. Well, I have the yarn for the second pair picked out for her. And I'm going to cast that on probably within the next few days. And then I have the first sock cast on, started. It's to the heel, but I have misplaced the mini. There are a few more places that I can check for it before I just give up and say, okay, fine, I'm not doing a contrasting heel. But I really want to do a contrasting heel. So it has been stalled for probably more than a month. I really need to get back to that. Dom socks. I have the first one cast on. It's just going to be a shorty. It's going to be plain vanilla. It's Croy socks, so it'll go faster than if I was doing a like a true fingering weight sock. But yeah, not super exciting, but it is started. And then blankets for auction. I have the last one started. It's a corner to corner. 2 acrylics held together. It's going, though, if I'm honest, I haven't worked on it very much in the month of June for sure. I am to the part where I'm working straight on it. So it's through the increase section. I'm working straight. And there aren't very many rows where I work straight. So that's, on its way to being finished also. So that means that I have 6 of my goals finished. That's a great number for halfway through the year. Out of 16, 6 is great. It's not quite half, but every single goal on there, all of the other ones have been started. There's been work towards them. So I'm feeling very optimistic of blacking out this board this year. Last year I didn't do that. The year before I did. I think that this is a very doable goal list. As long as I stay focused on what I'm working on, I think I'll be good. How are you doing? Did you make goals for the year, the month, the week, the day? Are you doing okay in your crafting? Are you making what you want to make? I think it really helped that this year I made the list mostly stuff that I needed to make, but like there's no knitting police. Nobody's going to come at me if I don't make them socks. But like in my brain, I feel like these are things I need to make. So a lot of the goals were things I needed to make anyway. And the other goals are things that I really, really wanted to do. I just really like the goal of 361 minis a year. Although maybe at the end of the year, I will show you my scraps and mini stash because it is it is getting very small. Like, I was at one point in time concerned with how many minis I have, and now I'm like kind of concerned about how few minis I have because I have so many scrappy blankets that I want to make, but it's fine. Maybe 361 scraps won't be on my board next year. We'll see.